Is it real, Clint? Is it real? That's what people want to know. Is it real? Is it real? I think it's real. Hey, tonight's Sunset Story is brought to you by Coca-Cola con Cafe. Yes. It's not actually sponsored by Coca-Cola con Cafe. It is refreshed by Coca-Cola con Cafe. It's about as close as I get to Guinness. And I sure as heck like it. Ooh, I spilled a little. That's not good. Is it real, Clint? It looks real. Boy, if I leave that there, it'll probably eat the paint off. Is it real? Coca-Cola con Cafe. There it is. Here it is. Oh, damn. Oh, freaking amazing. Each one of these costs 10 pesos. That's like less than 50 cents. I guess that's a lot for what you get, but it sure enough is good. Let's see here. Hey everybody, welcome to Sunset Story number 17. Sunset Story number 17. I'll give you the sunset. What do you think of that? Is it real? Oh, it's so good. Let's see if we can get some more color. Is it real? Yeah. Good morning, Singapore. It's coming down to the end of the day here. It's 7:30, and it's time to hear the most important thing I ever learned from John Travolta, okay? Now, the first time I ever went to the Royal Hawaiian Hotel in Honolulu, it was like 2002. And Allie and I had been dating for about, I guess, around a year. And it was the middle of, it was like winter time, I guess. And I think we might have been sick. I don't know. It was so long ago. But I do remember that we went to this hotel, and I don't know, we must have got some special deal or something. I don't even know how we ended up at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel because I wasn't a member of Starwood and I had never been, it was like just so weird that we went there. We go to the Royal Hawaiian Hotel and they give us this sweet upgrade, okay? They put us in what was the most ridiculous suite I ever have seen. It was like this gigantic room with like a bed in the corner and a bathroom. I mean, and you have to walk all the way across the room to get to the door, but there was nothing in the room. There was just a bed and then there was a bathroom. It was just stupid. The stupidest suite ever imagined at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. So we went there for 5 days, and it was completely unremarkable except for the fact that I remember that Allie and I, I was just so hot and horny for Allie in those days and still. But I remember, we actually, it wasn't the scene. There weren't so many people at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. And I'm pretty sure that we had sex in the ocean in the daytime. with our bathing suits on for the most part. All right. There we go. Yeah, I thought you would like that. I thought I could get more than 2 hearts for that. I mean, really. Years go by, years. And in around 2000, the summer of 2014, I already started getting pretty successful. I had things going pretty good, and I had become a Starwood Platinum member. Oh, we got some drones zooming around here. I had already become a Starwood Platinum member. And we go back to the Royal Hawaiian Hotel for the first time in more than 10 years. And they gave us this very nice suite as a suite upgrade because I was a platinum member. And man, it had a big bedroom, it had a big living room, and it was just very, very nice. And we really, really loved it a lot. 2014, summertime, I think it was. And I remember Allie and I were in the ocean floating, about to leave after our 10 days. Our 10 days were up, right? They were coming to the end of the 10 days. And I remember Allie goes, man, I wish we could come here for a month. Then we go back to LA, and we moved into our new offices on the lot at Sunset Bronson Studios. And my thinking was, we were already spending a lot of money renting hotel suites in Las Vegas to do our celebrity launch pads. We were paying like $5,000 5 or 6 times a year to do that. And I said to Allie, why don't we get ourselves a office suite on a lot of a TV studio and see what's that gonna cost. We found this really cool suite. Man, that was such a great office. It was like a loft on the lot at Sunset Bronson Studios. And they were filming the KTLA News there, and they were filming Arsenio Hall show down there. And our friend was the one who leased out the whole place. And she introduced us to the audience producer for the Arsenio Hall show. And we arranged to be able to go take our people to go see the Arsenio Hall show during our trainings. And it seemed like it would be a great thing. And instead of paying $5,000 a month, $5,000 5 times a year to rent a suite in Las Vegas, we were going to pay $4,000 and change every month and have an office. And so our goal was to do more stuff. We wanted to do more events. And that's when we introduced this new event called Instant Local Celebrity. And Instant Local Celebrity, I didn't bring in the producers for you to pitch. I just taught you how to cold call. And then the VIPs who paid an extra $1,000 would come in early on Monday morning at 6 a.m. on Monday morning. And I would 5 a.m. on Monday morning. And I would browbeat them into making the cold calls and booking themselves on shows. And one of the people who came to one of those events was a woman named MJ Jenkins. And MJ Jenkins had nothing. She just had a desire. She had no book, she had no expertise other than fixing and flipping houses. And she didn't really want to talk about that on TV. And she came to Instant Local Celebrity and didn't get anything out of it except she believed in the process. And so she enrolled to come to Celebrity Launchpad, where I guarantee that if you attend the bonus implementation event, that I will get you to a point where you will book yourself on at least 3 TV appearances with ABC, NBC, CBS, or Fox. And at that thing, man, I found out that she was a breast cancer survivor, and I created this segment for her for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And MJ Jenkins booked 12 out of 14 TV producers at her first Celebrity Launchpad, and wanted to upgrade to be a Titanium coaching client. What does that mean? My Titanium coaching clients, it's $25,000 as a single pay, or 6 installments of $49.99. And am I using sunscreen for your awesome? Thank you for your awesome work, Alexandra. Yeah, I think Alexandra might have even been at that celebrity launch pad. I don't know. And MJ Jenkins comes up to me. So it's 25 grand to be a titanium. And MJ Jenkins comes up to me and she goes, I really want to be titanium, because part of titanium is Allie calls the producers or texts the producers and gets them to set up their whole booking schedule for you. She just arranges your whole schedule. And then I go with you to two of your appearances in person, and you get a sizzle reel, and you get to come back to Celebrity Launchpad at no fee. That's a $10,000 value. It was a really smart thing. And she goes, look, I'm going through a divorce right now, and I really don't have a lot of cash. So I was hoping that instead of paying you all $25,000 up front, that we could work out some kind of deal. And I knew she was a big Starwood person. She had lots of points. Her ex-husband was a professional golfer. And for some reason, he would get lots of points and she got lots of points. And she and I always used to talk about points. And I said, okay, MJ. And I worked it out. I found out that it was 500,000 points for a month at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. And I said, okay, MJ, if you give me 500,000 points, I will credit that towards your titanium, and you can pay the rest in cash. And I think it was like, it was a good deal for her, and it was a good deal for me. And gosh darn it, wouldn't you know it? The next year, Allie and I went back to the Royal Hawaiian Hotel for a month. And I remember when we walked in and we got them to give us that same exact suite that we had. Like, the idea that we were going to be staying in that 1-bedroom suite in the Royal Hawaiian Hotel for a whole month. Oh my God, that was like mind-blowing. 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 Oh, it was so amazing. Then we had an amazing summer. Amazing summer. And I started staying in a lot of Starwood hotels and spending a lot of money on my credit cards, getting a lot of points. And I didn't need MJ's points for next year. The next year, I had plenty of points, and I booked us into that same exact suite at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel for 40 nights. 40 nights. Oh, what an amazing thing. And you'll see on my Facebook, I will repost memories of those amazing long, month-long, 6-week, 7-week-long vacations on my Facebook pages. Now, the second time we stayed there for a long time, it was 40 nights. I said to Allie, it sure would be great if we could get some people to come for my birthday. And we invited anybody who was a high-level coaching client, like MJ and Joyce Joya was a platinum coaching client, and Sharon Wyeth, and we had one more couple that was supposed to come, a doctor and his wife. But that summer was the first time that we were there that they were going to have a hurricane, and it scared a lot of people from coming, and the doctor and his wife from Austin, Texas did not come. And I said to people, we invited these people, and 3 people showed up, MJ, Sharon Wyeth, and Joyce Joya. And I said, if you come, I will do some special speaker training for you that'll really blow your mind and really help you to be amazing. And that's when I created Extreme VIP Speaker Training. I'd been doing VIP speaker training. VIP speaker training which is another name for 7-figure speaker training. Okay, so the reason it was originally called VIP speaker training was because if you signed up for this VIP speaker training, that made you a VIP at our Harvard events. Okay, but it became something of its own. It really has. And I wrote a whole book about the speaker training that I do and my whole philosophy that helps me to make 7 figures a year as a speaker. And the book was called The Speaking Game, 7-Figure Speaker Secrets Revealed. So this VIP speaker training became 7-Figure Speaker Secrets Revealed. And then the speaker training was a 1-day classroom training. But when the people came to Hawaii, it was a special 2-day in the field training event. And it was really amazing. And I'm so glad that MJ got to be part of that first one, because really MJ was the one who introduced us to these long vacations. All right? Now, after that first year, I was part of this group called the 25K Club. And in 25K Club, it's like, a rich guy's networking group, basically. And one of the members of the group was this man named David Bach. And David Bach said, hey, every one of the meetings that I went to, David Bach spoke. Now, who is David Bach? David Bach has been on the Today Show 100 times. He's published 11 #1 New York Times bestselling books and sold more than 11 million books, okay? And at one of these 25K Club meetings, David Bach said, everybody should take a 6-month sabbatical. However, I don't think you need 6 months to get the full benefit of it. If you do 6 weeks, I think you could get the full benefit of it. And after I heard him say that, I said to Allie, and here's the really craziest part, is because when Allie and I went to the Royal Hawaiian Hotel for our first long vacation, the 30-day vacation that year, she was like freaking out. How are we going to be away for 30 days? How are we going to do this? Like, she had never taken a 30-day vacation before. The longest vacation we had taken was like 2011. We went to Italy and Greece for like 17 days or 18 days. And she was totally freaking out about how are we going to be away for a whole month? Well, we went away for a month and we're like, that wasn't long enough. We need to go away longer. So the second year we did 40 nights. And the third year, after hearing David Bach speak about the 6-week sabbatical, I booked us in for 50 nights. And that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And our 4th year we did 60 days and nights at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. I am not joking you. All on points. It was like a little more than 1 million points, okay, which represents $1 million spent on my American Express card. Yeah. Man, I tell you, since this shutdown, I've only been spending like $25,000 a month. It's been like amazing on the American Express card. The 4th year we went was 60 days and nights. But this is about John Travolta. So let's go back to MJ Jenkins, because I was getting carried away with all those amazing days and nights. And I'll tell you what, 60 days and nights is good. Meanwhile, here we are in Acapulco, and it's really been like the true sabbatical. We've been here for, I'm going to switch chairs right now so you can see more of the view, like in the background. Here you go. And I'll have better light on my face. We've been here now for, there you go. We've been here now for like, we got here March 8th. So it'll now be May 8th, April 8th. Yeah, it'll be 60 days. And we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay here at least another month. We go back to MJ Jenkins. Now, that year at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, we're in like the club lounge that they have there. And we're like hanging out, and all of a sudden we're getting, our hors d'oeuvres, or we're getting, happy hour. And all of a sudden, Allie, I hear somebody say, "Is that," I'm talking to Allison, and if somebody goes, "Is that Allison Savage's voice that I hear?" And I'm like, "What?" And Allie turns around, and it's this woman, Stephanie D. I don't know if you're still on here, Stephanie D, but I know you were on here earlier. Give me some hearts if you're here. And Stephanie D's son, like Stephanie D is staying at the Sheraton next door or at the Royal Hawaiian, I don't know. Her son is working at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel as the assistant customer service manager. And she introduces us to him, and we find out from her that John Travolta is at the hotel. We find out from Stephanie D that John Travolta is at the hotel. And like, we're looking everywhere, because by this point, I'm completely into celebrity attachment photos. As you know, I really believe it's like the best marketing you can get, the easiest, the fastest, the least expensive marketing you can do. That's the most powerful and impactful, and I'm all over it. And we hear that John Travolta's at the hotel, and I never got to see him yet. And I'm looking all over for him, and all of a sudden, we're like at lunch. We're hosting, we hosted a whole bunch of really nice lunches and dinners for MJ and Joyce Joya and Sharon. And MJ shows up at the lunch, and she's like bubbling, giddy, all happy, with a photo of her, selfie photo of her and John Travolta. And I'm like, where did you get that? She goes, it was in the dining room. I just went over to his table and I asked him, hey, John, can I get a quick photo? And boom, I just got this photo. I was so freaking jealous. You have no idea how jealous I was. I was like, oh my God, I gotta have a picture of John Travolta. I gotta have a picture of John Travolta. Now, he was there all week for some vacation and a conference that he was speaking at, which happened in the main ballroom. And I found out from Stephanie D's son that he was going to be at that conference in the main ballroom. And Allie and I go to dinner, and I said to her, well, if I'm going to get a picture with John Travolta, I better go track him down. So I go to the main ballroom, and I sit on a couch outside the main ballroom, and I got my phone, my selfie phone. It was like an iPhone 6 at the time. And I just sat there and waited. I figured at some point he's gonna come out. And sure enough, like 20 minutes after I sat down on that couch, here comes John Travolta walking right out of the ballroom, right towards me. And I turn my selfie camera onto selfie mode, and I stand up and I go, hey John, can I get a quick selfie? And he comes like right over to me, and he goes, looks right in my eyes, and he goes, okay. And click. That's the picture that I have published on my Facebook page, the picture of me and John Travolta. And then I asked him my question, because, I ask every single major celebrity this same question. I said, hey John, what's the most important thing you ever learned? And he goes, flying. Now, I've always wanted to be a pilot, and I have never learned to fly. Maybe one day I will, but personally, I think I think that if John F. Kennedy Jr. could die in a plane crash, it's probably too dangerous for me to want to do it. Okay, so whether I ever learn to fly a plane or not, I try to understand and make sense of all of these greatest things they ever learned, suggestions from these celebrities. And for me, what that really means for John Travolta is, don't be afraid to really go after your real dreams. And those dreams are gonna make you have lofty experiences in your life. They're gonna make you soar. Because a life without soaring, ambitious dreams ain't a life. It's just survival. And it ain't about survival, my friends. It's about living. Yeah. That's going to wrap it up for tonight's Sunset Story. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank MJ Jenkins for being such a big part of it. I want to thank Stephanie D for being a big part of it. Sharon Wyeth, Joyce Joya, the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, and most of all, John Travolta, and really most of all, my amazing wife, Allie, for being there and being my inspiration to soar. Good night, everybody.